Hello and welcome to the West Podcast, the third installment of the West Podcast. My name's Chris Papadopoulos and I'm joined today by my co-host Zach, Coach Baker. Zach, how you doing, mate?
I'm very well. Happy Tuesday, everyone.
Oh, Jig opens a can as we start.
No better way to start the podcast.
The
than with a cheeky one.
professionalism of the podcast going well. All right, so we've got massive show, absolutely massive show today.
Always is.
We have a guest today, which we will not introduce yet. We'll get to that guest a little bit later.
He or she could be special.
Yes. Look, we've got, like I said, heaps on the show today, so we're going to really get stuck right into it. Just a little bit of info for everyone listening and those who hopefully have requested this that people will pass on. So listeners, please pass this on. We are now on YouTube. We are now on Spotify. We are now on Apple Podcasts. So we're on 3 different platforms. The links will go up on the Facebook page tonight at some stage. So tonight being Tuesday night.
And if you're listening to this, you've probably clicked on one of those links.
Exactly right. But for those who have clicked on a link, let your mates know. We are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, we are now on Apple.
Now, not to let people down, just because we're on YouTube doesn't mean people get to see your handsome face, Papa.
No, but I've got something around that soon. I will talk about that soon.
Watch this space.
Yes, even you don't know.
Surprises for everyone.
And I'm looking forward to your reaction. So here we go. But look, share it around. Let your friends know. I mean, share the links. If you know someone who's struggling to get on, flick in the links once we put them up on Facebook tonight. Easy to copy and paste them, send them in an email, whatever you need to do. On all platforms, you are able to leave a review or you're also able to leave comments. So if you think we're doing good job, poor job, you got some suggestions for the show, yell out, put them in the comments.
Or if you just want your own shout out, ask a question.
Yeah, simple. Yep, exactly. We can do that as well. So hopefully that gets us a few more people at the club listening to the podcast. We've had good feedback, which is great. So thank you to everybody who's approached either myself or Zach around the job we're doing. We're doing the best we can, and I'm sure we'll get better as we go. Now, moving on. Wanted to quickly talk about the upcoming 2-man Ambrose for the Jared Day, the Kids for Cancer Support Day. So far this year, we have got 131 players booked to play on the Sunday, the 17th of November. For those who don't know or haven't seen the flyers or anything on Facebook, it is a 2-person Ambrose with around about $7,000 of prizes. It is 2 shotgun starts, 7:30 a.m. and it will be 1 p.m. now. It was originally 12:30, but 1 p.m. It is open to all golfers holding a Golf Australia handicap. First prize is 2 sets of fully fitted Mizuno irons. Second prize...
So because the coach is probably going to take those out, should we just make second prize first prize, or...
Would you prefer second prize, would you?
Well, you know what? I'm probably leaning more towards the Mizuno irons, I'm not going to lie. Everyone loves a good fitting session. But for those playing along who are going to join the day, let's introduce what they're actually going to be playing for, because that first prize is probably off the table now.
Your confidence level's high.
Oh, we've got to have confidence.
We all do when we step on the first tee. Let me give you a tip. Second prize is 2 fully fitted Mizuno drivers. And third prize is 2 Mizuno Tour staff bags. So they are ridiculous prizes. And that has been supported by Mizuno Golf. Our friend Gurkha at Mizuno Golf has kindly put those prizes up on the day.
Lovely friend of the channel.
He is. We will also have nearest the pins. We're going to run a high roller team Magpie. So for those of you that are not aware what that is, we will ask for an entry fee into those. Most likely to be $5 or $10 per team, and pretty much winner takes all on that. And half of those funds go to the Challenge Foundation. Entry fees, $40 per player for Bacchus Marsh West Golf Club members, and non-member entry is $50 per player. Carts are available, but need to be booked and paid separately. Everything on the day is provided. You get a barbecue lunch. You will get a gift bag at registration on the day, full of Mizuno stuff. So if you want to book for this, I would suggest you hurry up because we only have 45 spots left. Those 45 spots consist of 35 spots in the 7:30 a.m. shotgun start and only 10 spots left for the 1 p.m. shotgun start. So if you're tossing up whether to jump in or not, I think the time is now to get on board.
It looks like there's more people that are going to enjoy a sleep in on that day.
Yes, you're not wrong. But I'll tell you what, like last year, we had 40 players in the event. So, or around about 40 players.
So we're only triple the numbers already.
Yes. So it's going to be a massive day. Like I said, pretty much if you're thinking about playing or you were thinking about playing, now is absolutely the time to book. So to just do that, simply call the pro shop, come into the pro shop, get your spot, get ready for a massive day. So it should be good fun. All right. We're going to do some results.
A little bit of results. Now, this is fortnightly results. We're going to kick off with Wednesday, the 25th. Just a standard stable for day off the white tees. It was, for those who remember, absolutely soaking wet. Like, anyone who actually completed the competition looked like they just got out the bath when they walked back to the shop.
Pretty much.
So the winner of that, Mr. Jones, come in 39 points. And then I think it's Jared Martingale. I think he's been a bit new down here, but his name is always flying high. I think he tees off with Jared Martin, maybe.
Okay.
Getting some pointers off him.
Yep.
So he'd be a good one to go around with. And third was Trev Corliss on 37 points. He also took out the nearest pin on 4, with Paddy Mullins, friend of the channel, taking out the nearest pin on 6. And in case you didn't know, it was school holidays because the magpie went off to little Jackie Cowan. The Naga. This was an interesting one. I believe there was so many that didn't submit a card. They just put it to the west. So I think Lenny might have worn the green vest, the pink vest the next week.
Well, I do know that I do recall that day, and it was horrendous that day. So I'll tell you what, 39 points in those conditions, not bad going at all. All right, so we had a lot of juniors going up to the Maryborough Junior Classic on the 27th of September. So much better weather greeted them up there. We had a lot of representation up there, and we actually had a lot of winners. So massive congratulations to Harry Cowan, obviously from the club here. Equaled the course record with 4 under par 65 off the stick. That round featured 19 putts and a back 9 of 28.
I think I have 19 putts over the back 9, so that is very well done. I do also, sorry, I've got to jump back and correct, it's James, it's Jimmy, our guest just corrected me, James Martindale. So apologies, Harry, we're not trying to rain on your parade and your insane effort, but that is one legendary record you have there.
Yeah, it is. And for him to, of course he doesn't play every single week, has played it, but, to shoot a score like that, that's some super, super golf. So, Harry, well done, mate. So, obviously, our under-18 boys champion on the day was Harry Cowan. Our boys under-15 net winner was Jack Cowan. Well done, Jacko.
Cowan boys just cleaning up there.
Did they ever? Our primary school 9-hole runner-up was Lee Oliver. Our girls' trophy winners, under-18 runner-up was Naomi Ahmet. So she's got a good swing on her, that young girl. I've watched her play pennant, and very, very good. She's going to be a very good golfer. Stableford winner was Keira Woods. Primary school 9-hole runner-up was Chloe Oliver. Nearest the pins, out of the 4 juniors from the West, 3 won. So there was 4 nearest the pins on the day. West won 3 of them. 8th hole, Jack Cowan. 9th hole, Harry Cowan. 11th hole, Keira Woods. So they've gone up there and they've just brought home nearly every single trophy available on the day, pretty much.
Must be something in our water.
I think so. That's good golf by the juniors. And it's great for the club. because obviously all these guys and girls, they're the future of our golf club. So playing some ripper golf. Well done to all the juniors that travelled up there.
And following that, we had the Grand Final Eve 9-hole competition. We had Grand Final Eve 148 players down at the West. So just a basic Grand Final Eve, really. I mean, that pro shop must have been busy. There were 50 players in a 9-hole competition. So we had to split it with grades, just A and B here, and we had Mitchell Wells come out and stripe it, followed by back to Bacchus himself, Nick Prasad, and then second runner-up, Will Johnson. And in B grade, my favourite friend of the channel, Scotty Wentworth.
We're reading Scotty's name out every time we do a podcast, aren't we?
If he listens to the podcast, otherwise Scotty doesn't know, for those playing along at home. First runner-up for B grade, Frankie Lawler, and again, friend of the channel, Paddy Mullins, third there. So what a great turnout for the public holiday.
Yeah, massive. 148 plays through the course, 50 in comp. That's huge. Like I said, whoever was in the pro shop, whether it was Vic that day, it would have been very busy in there that day, I'm sure. All right, so moving on, Saturday comp. So 28th of September, we had the three-person Ambrose, Sterling Industries three-person Ambrose. Massive thanks, Grant Sterling, for sponsoring the event, as he does every single year. So the winners on the day were, with 57.667, here we go again, Scotty Wentworth. His partners for the day were Nons and Wellesley. So Ripper score 57.667 took it out. Runner-up was Moose, Grego and Paul Rowley on 57.833. Third was Nick Prasad, Gary Dillon, and Cool Deep, I think the name is. Yes, am I right?
Yes,
am I wrong?
yeah,
Yes,
Cool
I think.
Deep.
Kosa on 60. Nearest to pins went to K. Drysdale, Paddy Mullen on the 6th, G. Sterling on the 12th. On the 18th, D. Cowan, which I'm going to say because I played with Dino, was just on the front. So I don't know if he took the voucher or just left it. I would have just left it because it wasn't a great shot, really.
No, he needs to donate it for the kids. They're down here playing every other comp.
Yeah. Team Magpie went to Kosa, Prasad, and Dylan. So, again, thanks to Grant Humphrey for sponsoring that event, as you do every year. Sunday comp, we had Robert Iredale on 17 points. Second, Jack Cowan on 16 points. Mind you, who had a 10 going up the third. I'm still yet to ask how he had that 10. So I'll probably do that Saturday because I thought that was quite funny. 10
probably
going up
had
through.
7 off the tee and probably still made 10.
Probably. And third was Alan Mashar, also 16 on a count back.
That's for a Sunday. Those are some very mild scores.
They are very much so.
Especially, I spoke with Robbie a bit earlier today. He's got the chipping yips, so 17 points. Must have stuck a few greens. Following that, we had ladies competition, Tuesday, 1st of October. D Portland took out the first grade and won the nearest pin, so a huge, huge day for her. Then we had Susie Salisbury. She won the second grade. And then, we'll get onto it, but that was their week before their club championship started for the Tuesday, so a good warm-up. And following that, we had the Wednesday comp, monthly medal. There was some action in the air that day. There was people in there warming up. I couldn't even get a spot in the net. It was a very busy morning. And first was taken out by Dougie Pryor. Second, Mr. Allport. And you kind of have to expect this, the long drive, taken out by Mitchell Wells.
Yes, I would expect that.
I think, I'm not saying the Wednesday goes don't hit it far, but Mitch could probably take out a long drive with a 3 or a 4 iron there. And you knew he was striping it. He eagled 16 as well. So a super special mention for the eagle, the big bird, the big eagle crawl.
Did he knock it on in 2? Was it in 2 or a hole out? Or
I don't know. I play enough with Mitch.
I'm hearing he knocked it on in 2.
Knocked it on in 2?
Yes, I'm hearing he knocked it on in 2.
So it was a lucky second shot then. Just relied on his muscle and the wind. So, and B grade, we had fresh out Andrew Gibbs. He's a fantastic new golfer down the west. Really nice fella. Followed by Jonesy and Jimmy Williamson. James Williamson, he's out there. He's doing some good stuff. And the long drive on that one was taken out by Shawnee Callaway. And he's actually, as we record this, secret note, he's out there practicing now, warming up for club championships.
Yes.
And if he wins tomorrow, it's because we gave him the lucky smile. Nearest to pins, On the 4th, taken out by Pete. 6th by Jono. Magpie. Considering he won the long drive, if he didn't have the Magpie, there'd be something wrong. That was Mitchell Wells. Naga. Frankie Lawler.
Frankie.
He's probably one of the harder hitting old guys. I can't believe he's got the Naga there. Must have just been a rough morning for him.
I did ask the question, and all I really got back was I hit it sideways. So that's all I got. All I got back.
Oh,
So
that'll
nothing
happen.
had a good day. All right, beautiful. Moving to Saturday comp, 5th of October. We had men's stroke monthly medal, final round of the Captain's Trophy. So 83 players on the day, so 4 grades. A grade winner, Tommy Crawford with the 71 net. Good golf, Tommy, on Saturday in those conditions. Runner-up, G Sterling, 72 net. B grade winner and medal winner was Peter Allport, 66 net. So that is a great score because that was hard work on Saturday. So 66 net, well done, Peter. Runner-up, M Collins, 69 on a countback. C grade went to Jay Pasala, 69 net. Sorry, yeah, C grade winner.
Yeah,
Runner-up,
so
yes.
Same as bit odd to see Jared back in C grade.
Yes, that's why I went.
He was knocking on A grade, I reckon, this time last year.
Runner-up was D Thompson, 74 net for C grade. D grade winner was Al Edwards, 67 net, so just missed out.
Now, that's not Linny. Linny wasn't out there.
No.
Lee.
Yep, Lee. And just missed out on medal by a shot, but great round. Runner-up, H. McDonald, 69 net. The nearest pins went to 4th, Mr. Broadhurst, so Ernie must have had a lucky shot on the day. Well done, Ern. 6th, Mitchell Wells. 12th was P. Homewood. 18th, M. Collins. Magpie, 0 to 14, was B. Garbutt.
Well, you said he'd be coming into form right now.
He's put himself off nice and early to get best of conditions on Saturday. First round club champs, he's got it all sorted. 15 to 24, Magpie was S. Charlesworth. 25 plus was J. Martindale.
James is up there again. I see his name's up and about.
Yes. Ball comp went to 75 net, so 75 net or better got you a ball.
So if you got 74, we won something for the day.
Exactly right. Birdie score was shared by 5 people, so it went off on hole 7. There was also a playoff for last month's medal on the day, which was won by Grant Humphrey Sterling. So well done, Hump.
Do you remember who that was against?
I can't remember. No.
I thought it might have been Gurkha.
No, I don't think so. No.
We'll have to look into that one.
Yeah, we will. I should have actually noted it down. But yeah, well done, Hump. Good work. So medal winner. Playing off 10, I don't know if that's really fair, but anyway, medal winner.
Well, I was just reading ahead, and you did say he was leaving shots out there. How was his form for the whole Captain's Trophy?
Yes, so we have the result for the Captain's Trophy as well. So the Gross was won by Tommy Crawford. So Tommy's scores over the 4 rounds were 82, 75, 73, 74. So some really solid golf to the back end of that. I can't recall the first round whether it was tough or not. May have been. Not making any excuses for Tommy. He might have just had a really bad round. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Tommy has off days, though.
No, that's why I'm thinking it might have been quite poor conditions. So
or he arrived, it might have been dusty that morning.
Potentially, yes, potentially. But Ripper scores are 75, 73, 74. That's solid golf, so well done, Tommy. Net was won by Humphrey, Grant Sterling. And listen to these nets. Net 71, net 72, net 68, net 72. Now, you're not going to go far from winning anything with those nets, are you?
Not at all.
Unbelievable score. So well done, Hump. Good golf, mate, and very solid.
That's unreal when you think about it.
Yeah, it is.
Those are 4 rounds of stroke play.
Yep.
2 at handicap, 2 under handicap.
Yep. Really solid golf. And when I spoke to him actually yesterday, he tells me he's not putting well. So God knows what's going to happen if he starts putting well. Net 65 or something's going to pop up. But really good golf. And we had the women's stroke monthly medal, which was won with a 70 net by Al Collins. So
Laurie, good on her.
Very good score, net 70. So well done.
Now, just to follow on from her monthly medal, we'll talk about the Sunday comp results. Just because we spoke about her, we should continue speaking about her. Top of the table, Saturday she was. I believe it was 9 points that got her the Naga on the Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yes, but it was a pretty busy Sunday out there. There was 132 players, so we're in that good weather. We get a lot of players out and about.
Yep.
We only had 4 teams on our parent and child Pinehurst. I was actually a bit disappointed. I had little Ryan Pipes. He bailed on me. He wanted to go home and play some Fortnite event.
Oh, and you
Left
let
me
him.
high and dry. I didn't know why he wanted to leave, so I ended up just going around with Mitch. What's happened? And then the kicker for him, because he'll listen to this, when he got home, the event was over. So he missed out on his chance to play with Dad
Didn't get
and
golf.
didn't get to play what he wanted. So
Wow.
anyway, the winners for that Pinehurst were Lee and Kane. Big Oliver, little Oliver. Great effort out there. And it was one on a count back. So we talk about a tight field. There was Moose and Keira. So they went out 14 points as well. So that format was parents get it to the green, kids putt. So good to see. It's a good initiative, and I hope we see more comps just like it.
Yep.
We also had a standard Stableford going. We had 34 in that. Winner of that was Jack Cowan on a count back on 21.
And I think from memory that was par. I think he parred the front 9.
So it was obviously pretty tough for him.
Yeah, that's good golf, Jacko.
I actually think I was up there. I'm pretty sure he drove the green on 5. Because Mitch and I, we were going through, and I reckon he was like...
So if he drove it on Sunday, I'm 99.9% sure he drove it Saturday as well.
No way.
Yes, because I remember I was going down the first, and he was banging on about something about driving the green, and I couldn't really hear him.
Or maybe he drove the green on 6.
Yeah, well, he generally doesn't reach the green on 6, yeah.
No, we're just kidding, Jack. But and third place, there's a Papadopoulos, but it's not the one sitting in front of me.
It's not the one it needs to
be.
be.
Striped 19 points. Good on her.
Indeed, she played very well, apart from Dad marking her card wrong on 2 holes. But
you know what?
Yeah, she
when I
pulled me
saw
up.
that, you were telling me 24. Don't even worry about putting a card in.
Don't even put a card in. But then we got in and I put it through the machine. I'm like, what have I done? And then I actually realised I had put down the wrong score on 2 holes. So
next minute, 24 down to 19. Gave us all a sniff of hope anyway.
Yep. She played well. Played really well.
She is in form. Good to see, and she's enjoying her golf. Good to see her smiling the whole course.
Yeah, and that's the good thing, right? And that's what she comes out for. She comes out just to spend some time with me and enjoy it, and that's what she's doing. She's enjoying it. We had a bit of a laugh quite a few times on Sunday at each other's expense, but it was a good day. Really good day.
Absolutely ripper. And to finish off today, Tuesday, the 8th of October, the ladies went out and they were playing a bit of stroke play for their medal. So I'm pretty sure they've got a bit of a different format where they get to play their medal. And we had Glenda hitting off 33. She's taken we'll call it the early lead, I think you'd call it.
Yep.
77. So it's a bit blowy out there today. Second place, Laurie. She hit 100 off the stick, raised the bat, but come in 78. So good on her. She went out. She bailed on work today, allegedly. I actually saw her in the car park. And I said, "Aren't you supposed to be working?" But Maddie was out, so she could get her card in. And then Wendy. Wendy's come in 80 off the stick. 94 off the stick and 80. So first, second, third separated by 3 strokes.
Close.
And the scratches separated by 6. So first round, anything can happen. But good to see the ladies out there this morning. Another good turnout.
Yeah, it was not too bad a day for it too, so which was good. And with, like you said earlier, mate, with the weather getting better, good opportunity with daylight savings as well. Get out and play some golf.
And seeing more ladies down there. We talk about juniors, but there are more ladies getting down the club.
Yep, which is great.
Social golfers as well, which is beautiful to see.
Yeah, absolutely correct. All right, so we do have a guest today. I'm going to set the scene before we introduce this guest. As I go through some of the scene setting, you'll probably realise who I'm talking about quite early on, I would suggest. But here we go. So our guest today, some of the highlights. January 2024, runner-up in the primary school age 9-hole Ballarat Junior Open. March 2024, played in a ladies' competition at Mount Xavier. Now, let me set the scene for this, right? On this day, we not only had her shoot...
Little giveaway.
I
guess she was in the ladies' competition.
Yes. Shoot 48 points to win the comp. She also, on the par 3 second hole, which, mind you, is 141 metres off the ladies' tee. It is a downhill hole. For those of you who've played at Mount Xavier, it is a hard hole. You've got the bunker protecting, I suppose, the front left of the green, and then if you go too long, you're in the creek behind the hole. So it's a tough hole. So on that hole, she managed to hole out.
Ooh, hole in one?
141 metre.
I think I know who it might be.
Yeah, so 141 metre par 3, and that's a tough par 3. And it was this person's first hole in one as well.
I hear now she expects them all the time, sadly.
Yes, I've heard the same. Has won, not one, but 2 medals at Bacchus Marsh West Golf Club, one in April and one in September. Won the 18-hole Stableford competition at Port Arlington Junior Classic this year in April. September of this year, won the Maryborough Junior Classic Female Under 18 18-hole competition, scoring 96 and winning the nearest to pin on the day.
And that was her first time under 100 too, I believe.
April 2024 was part of the Ballarat District Girls Golf Squad. So between November 2023 and April 2024 was part of that Ballarat District Golf Squad, the girls. I also hear that she is a superstar of Channel 7 as well. Has appeared on Channel 7 to actually talk about that hole-in-one she had at Mount Xavier on the second hole. And in saying that, I would like to welcome to today's show, Keira Woods. How are you? Good? That's a pretty impressive resume so far for a young golfer. Tell me a little bit about how you got into golf, because I'm actually quite interested to know.
Dad started playing golf, and then Mum joined in, and it looked interesting, so I thought I could ask Dad for a pair of clubs, and I could start just having a little hit.
Just the innocence there. Pair of clubs, you know.
And you enjoy it, I take it, yes?
Yeah.
Do you pester Mum and Dad to bring you down the golf club all the time?
Yeah.
Yes? Tell me what you enjoy about the game. What is it that you enjoy about it?
When I have fun and spending time with people playing golf.
Good. And I love that answer, when you have fun. Right? Because that's what it's about. It is absolutely about having fun.
And who is your favourite person to go play golf with?
She's thinking. There's a lot to choose from.
There is.
What about we let you think about that one and we come back to it? So I suppose I've got lots of questions. So a question from me, apart from your hole-in-one, can you remember another shot that you constantly think that was probably one of your best? Have you ever come in close to hole out another shot or hit a really long drive? Or I did hear a story about you hitting it very close on the 11th after Jack missed the green in a competition the other week, in a partners competition. I was playing behind you. I didn't see the shot, but I heard all about your chip. So is there any shots that you remember and think, geez, that was a good shot? And if so, what were they?
It was my drive, and then I chipped it on.
Yeah.
And it went very close to the hole.
And was that comp that I was talking about, or a different one?
The one that you.
One I was talking about, yeah, I thought it would have been. So do you enjoy playing all the different courses? Because you've played a lot of courses here. Port Arlington. Did you enjoy Port Arlington? What was Port Arlington like? The reason I ask, we've got a caravan out at Port Arlington that we go to at Christmas time and other times, and it's probably, I don't know, it's on the same road, just down the road from the golf club, and I've played at Port Arlington quite a few times. So what did you think of Port Arlington?
It was very nice to play at, and it was a very long ball.
Yeah, it is. It's got some long holes. It's funny that the obviously there's a lot of different grass to what we're used to on their fairways and their
Yeah.
greens and stuff. But it is a beautiful, beautiful golf course. It's in really good nick generally the whole year round. So, and there was quite a few of you that went up to play at that junior classic, wasn't there? About 4 or 5 years, a bit more. I think there's a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So,
I hear you've even got a scholarship at the moment for golf. Is that right?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Good.
Do you know how you got a scholarship?
Yeah. From Coach Baker.
But why? Why would you get a scholarship? There's a few of you that got it. We know that there's a little Papadopoulos that got one too. Do you know why there was a few girls that got some scholarships? Because you're all future superstars. Do you feel like a superstar?
Yeah.
There you go, confidence.
now another question for me. I want to know what it was like for you the day you got interviewed by Channel 7. Was it fun?
It was fun and a little bit nervous.
A little bit like today. Yeah, fun but nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it would have been fun. It was a really good story for those people that may have seen it. I'm sure it would be somewhere on YouTube or Channel 7 or somewhere.
We might even link it to the podcast for those that missed it.
There you go. Great idea, Zach. Great idea. So we'll try and do that. We'll link it up to the podcast.
And I think what I love about now on the podcast and seeing Keira on Channel 7, for those that know her, know she's filled with confidence and beans everywhere she goes. Super excited. You put her in the spotlight though, and she's the most timid, shy girl. And I go, where's Keira gone?
Yeah, she's not the normal Keira that I know today, but that's fine, right? It is a bit nerve-wracking getting on, talking into microphones and talking with two not so great, one not so great looking bloke and the other one sitting across from me that thinks he's a great looking bloke.
Hey, I've got references.
No, all good. Look, like I said earlier on, there's some really impressive stuff. And for me, I think, Keira, the main thing is, your answer to my first question, that it's you come out for enjoyment and you come out to play golf with other different people. And that's what golf's all about. You can't take it too seriously when you're at any age, really, until you decide that you're going to do become a professional golfer, and maybe one day you will. That's when I suppose you take it very seriously.
And I've seen Keira out there with a few of the other girls, even from other clubs, go out and just have, a fun round of golf. And it just shows that even kids get involved in the social side of things, which is super important.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to keep everyone coming back.
No, absolutely. I mean, I know my best days of golf are long gone. I don't know that I had best days of golf, but I mean, that's all I come for. I come for every weekend, just get out the house, get away from work, enjoy the
long
company.
gone. Weren't you medal of medalists not 12 months ago?
Yeah, that's 12 months ago. They're long
I
gone.
think you still hold that title, so wear it with pride.
Only for another, I think, 4 or 5 weeks. That's it. In November, aren't we? We do the next year's medalists. Pretty sure.
Well, we've actually, a little segue, we've got the district medal of medalists.
Yeah.
That's down at the club this Sunday. So
Yes.
if anyone wants to come down and have a bit of a sticky beak, that'll be going on. And the course will be just out of its round 1 club championship for men and also the women. So in immaculate condition, I was out there today having a look, and the ground staff have made this course immaculate. I love seeing it bounce back, even through the aerated greens.
Yeah.
Everything comes back beautifully.
Yeah, the course is looking absolutely fantastic. 100% agree there. And all the volunteers, I mean, Moose was out there again on Sunday. I saw him driving his little tractor thing around that wouldn't go fast enough for him, spraying the greens and fairways. I mean,
and Dean was out there today.
Well, there you go. See, and the boys are out there today, Rog and Johnny and Jono and all the boys out there every Tuesday, every Thursday. Do an absolute magnificent job. Look, I can't speak highly enough. it's a volunteer position they all take part in, and it's just fantastic. The course to be like it is at the moment is incredible. So thank you guys, girls, and everyone else that gets out there and help. All right, so well, we've had a bit of our chat to Keira, and moving on from that, we're just going to quickly talk about ladies golf. So, like you mentioned earlier, mate, the ladies club championships.
Yep. So ladies golf, they come out on a Tuesday. They are welcoming everyone, whether you're fresh to golf, they're happy for you to come out and have a social round. Whether you're a new member down here, come out and just have a good time, get to know the ladies, and understand that social side to golf.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Enjoying the fresh air. We've got great weather,
Yep.
beautiful green scenery. Instead of going for a walk in the park, let's walk the golf course.
Yeah.
Chase around a little white ball and have a good time. They meet at the pro shop at about 8:30, and they can organise the groups from there and tee off within the next half hour to 45 minutes. And they just do normally a social 9 holes, but like I said, there was a few of them today that did full 18.
Yeah, absolutely. Get down. You know, if you've got any friends that have even just shown a slight interest in golf, or like Zach said, just social, come and hunt that ball down for 9 holes or 18 holes and have a chat while you do it. It'll be a great day for you.
And continuing on, we've got the Ladies Club Championships, as we said, started. All female members welcome to partake in that, and it's played over 3 rounds. You must play all 3 rounds to qualify, but play is permitted on Tuesdays or Saturdays of the weeks during October. Now, those dates are Tuesday the 8th, 15th, and the 22nd, or Saturday the 12th, 19th, or 26th. Any queries with regards to that, hit up Wendy or Ruth, or leave a message at the pro shop with your contact details, and they'll get back to you. And depending on how many ladies they get, that'll determine the amount of grades they put on. So really good to see more ladies down here.
Yeah.
Even if it is your first club championship, get involved. Just throw your hat in the ring, and then we'll see where you go.
Yep, absolutely. A lot happening in the ladies' space. Now, for the men's, we've got the first round of club champs this Saturday. We touched on it earlier. Now, I've put some contenders down, right? Some we would sit here and go, yep, 100%, yep. Others might be a little bit controversial here. So I wanted to chat about some of the I suppose, really elite golfers that we've got at the club. That, I may have missed some, so happy for you to add to my list that I've got. So obviously at my first one, and these are not picks or anything, they're just people I think that potentially could be in the hunt come, round 4.
That's it. Not that we're having a pool, but if you want to be involved, come see Coach, and we'll discuss odds.
Now, obviously, my first one on my list, obviously, Tommy last year's club champ, so reigning club champ, and played solid golf through all 4 rounds last year. You have to chuck his name in there without a doubt, not even a question. So Tommy's there. We've also got our, course record holder from the junior tournament, Mr. Harry Cowan. I mean, I've played a couple of rounds with Harry in the last probably couple of months, hitting it a long way.
Yeah, but I think he's now down a 4 iron, so he might not be able to hit it as far. And I'm sure his brother wouldn't mind me saying that. And Digger's probably sitting at home going, "Oh, that pesky 4 iron." So I believe one of those might have come to grief just on the weekend.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. So look, I've chucked Harry in there. I've also got Mason. Mason's in there if he plays. Now, I did check whether he's down.
I've seen him at the club a bit lately.
He played a couple of weeks ago, I think, come out and had a hit and shot. That was an 8 birdie day. We had 8 birdies, and I don't know if he's played.
I don't even think he broke a sweat doing that.
No,
so.
I don't think so. But I don't know if he played prior to that or hadn't played for a while or what the story is. But I mean, like I said, I've not played with Mason before. I've seen him hits it a long way, hits it very straight, very good golfer. So if he's in for the 4 rounds, he might be a challenge to Tommy. I know him and Tommy, not last year, the year before, I think Mason beat Tommy, may have been by a shot. And it was right down to the 18th last hole. So that was very close that year. So obviously Mason's a name I've picked out. Another a bit of a smoky for me because
Smokey, he's your favourite. Let's be honest.
Well, he's up there, right? But he tells me he's not much chance. So obviously Garbo, right? He's multiple time club champion, but he doesn't talk himself up much, not at all. He was here on Saturday, he had a bit of a hit Saturday. You know, even someone said to him, "My club champs," no, you know, my days are gone. But I tend to disagree.
I got a little inside goss.
Oh, here we go.
I was at a kid's birthday party recently with his lovely better half Bree.
Yep.
And she goes, she doesn't want him to win club championships because she doesn't like the look of the trophy. she said it was sat in our lounge room and she hated to look at it.
Doesn't want it in the house.
So she might just not let him play one of the rounds and just see how he's going. But I actually think in there too, I know you said Harry. I wonder if he could get done over by the old man. Maybe Dino.
Yes.
You know what? When you go around with him, it is just effortless.
Yeah.
Oh, he's always having a laugh. He's always having a bit of a gag on every hole. He's got more punchlines than the Three Stooges. Great to get out there and just enjoys golf still.
Yeah.
And obviously, if there's anyone out here who knows the greens, there's Dino.
Yeah.
So good luck to him too.
Yeah, and look, I played with Dino a few weeks ago, and safe to say he didn't hit it great, but Dino's that type of golfer, right? He will go out and not hit it great, still score okay, but when he hits it well consistently and doesn't have any of his little shanks that he tends to have sometimes, can turn in a very good score. So, yeah, we've got Dino on the list.
Are we going to be on course record watch as well, you think?
Oh, I think we'd have to be at some stage.
think
I reckon
there's gonna
that'll
be a lot
come
of
round
training.
4. Yeah.
Round 4?
Yeah, round 4. Someone's going to come out round 4 and shoot the lights out is my gut feeling.
I actually think it's going to happen round 3.
Round 3. Someone will get a bit of a
3
buffer.
weekends in a row,
Yep.
you know, on stroke play.
Yeah,
Somebody's
yeah.
going to come and be used to it. We'll have a beautiful October day, and it'll just set the scene for Coach Baker to set the course record. So, no, that's never going to happen. But I see little Mitch gets a mention, but Dicko, I actually haven't seen him down playing.
No, me neither. And I know he played in the last group with Tommy last year, and they were fairly close most of the day until I think around about middle of the back 9. Tommy pulled away a little bit, but he's a very good golfer, Andrew. So I've chucked his name in there. So like you said, though, I haven't seen him playing, so I'm not sure whether he's down to play.
I still think my Smokey is going to be Sam. We spoke about him, and I reckon I've seen his name popping up here and there.
Yes, yep.
He normally gets out with the Costa boys, and I think he's teaching them because you know they pick up what he's putting down, but he just hits it effortlessly and it goes a mile. So I reckon he's the dark horse there. I think see him up near the top, but it'll definitely be a very interesting club chance.
I think so too. Look, the only other one I've got in there was Mitchell, obviously, Mitchell Wells. Mitch has just got to put the 4 together, I think. All weeks of good golf, Mitchell, when you listen to this, don't let it get in your head. Just forget about what's happened and worry about the next shot, buddy. But I think if he can do that and he plays some good golf, it's no reason he can't be in contention. So look, that's the first round of the club champs. Bit of a not a preview, but just some names I had a look over and spent a little bit of time around this. If I've missed anyone, please don't get offended. It's not about who I think's going to win, but just some names we thought for the segment we chuck in there. Yeah, there's one I'm thinking about too. I've just thought I forgot, but you go.
I know this little Scottish fella. He's a bit wiry. We were just saying he's a whippet, and he likes to whip it really good, or whip it good, depending on how you want to say it. But little Stephen Smart, so he was actually the A grade. I want to say net. Is that post handicap? He was A grade net champion last year. Now discount his round on Saturday. Wasn't the greatest, but he can get around. And he holds himself in really high regard. He does. He says he's a scratch golfer, but I think he's playing off about 8 at the moment. So he's got potential to be a scratch golfer. But I'd like to see him really lift for these, and I'm actually heading out with him for tomorrow's comp, so we'll see what his form's like.
Yeah.
Who's your other one, though? Because your eyes lit up.
Yeah, they did, and I forgot. And look, it's one of the kids, right? And I play a hell of a lot of golf with this kid, and it's Jack Cowan. Now, he parred the front nine on Sunday, right? Granted, off the whites. But if you think whites to blues on the front nine, there's not a lot of difference.
Yeah, not too much.
No, right? There's not. There's maybe if you're hitting a consistent ball off the tee, you're hitting maybe one extra club in on nearly every hole.
Yeah, maybe 8. 8 might be the biggest.
Probably, yeah. That'd be
which isn't that much from
No.
blue to white at the moment.
So, I don't know. Look, I know it's going to be a little bit tough for Jacko to put 4 super rounds together.
But if Tommy can win the captain's trophy with 82 as a first round,
well, this is right because you don't know what's going to happen. So, look, like I said, I've played a hell of a lot of golf with him, and for a young kid, he hits it a bloody mile and plays some ripper golf shots. So, look, he's going to be my big smoky, but I'd chuck his name in there for sure. Absolutely.
And not to give him a big head, but honestly, one of the best putters down at the club.
Yeah, holds nearly everything.
We picked the wrong Cowan for our Ambrose team, for Mike Cole.
No, see, I'd argue that, right? Because
we needed to hole more putts.
Yes, agree. But I do think back to the Dixon 4-ball, right? We just needed to par the last hole, me and Jack, to win that. He knocks it on the green,
down,
3 putts, so we go into a playoff and we lose the playoff. So I'm not going to let him live that down at all, ever.
3 putts shouldn't happen.
Nah, not at all.
Not even our superstar guest has 3 putts.
No.
I hear her dad says, Kira's dad.
Yep.
I think his name's Heath. But
Is that it?
I think Heath.
I know him as Kira's dad.
Kira's dad. Let's just go with Kira's dad. So he's been getting lessons.
Laughing.
Oh, she loves it. He's been getting lessons off Keira. He's been sitting back in the clinics taking pointers. I actually saw him and Maddie Collins, who was runner-up on Saturday,
Yep.
out the back, taking notes for what the kids were training for their putting. And what do you think? Do you reckon your dad took any good notes, or he's relying on that artificial intelligence of his putter?
I think he took some good notes.
We have it here first.
Yes.
Maybe he's pulling the notes together to go back-to-back B-grade champion.
Hang on, back-to-back net.
Maybe he wants to go
Don't
from
give
net
him,
to gross.
Don't give him that gross one, mate. No way, not last year's.
No, he does like to think he's the GOAT at the moment. He's the B-grade GOAT. He's stayed in B-grade a whole year, so you want to hope he's the GOAT now.
He can't or he doesn't want to get out of B-grade. Which one is it, though?
Oh, I think he's comfortable. Very, very comfortable.
Happy there?
Yeah, that's it. Until Keira gets closer to him and he needs to start shooting better. But until then, he's in a comfort zone.
Yeah. All right, so that's Club Champs. And look, I do recommend, though, if you can get out and watch some of these golfers that we've talked about today at some point. I know I won't be playing in all of the Club Champs, so I'm unfortunately going away to have a procedure done in the coming weeks. So I'll be only playing in the first round.
Best of luck to you and a speedy recovery.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. So I'll be playing in the first round, and then unfortunately I have to have like 6 or 8 weeks off golf, which is going to kill me. But anyway, but I will definitely be coming out to watch a couple of these guys play, because some of the level of golf that some of these guys can produce is seriously as good as a pro. You can go out there and watch them play, and it's outstanding. So I strongly suggest for the final round, if you can, play early and just follow the last group around, right? Usually the last group play in a group of 3 or 4, depending on, their availability. So most of the contenders for the stroke event, for the actual club champ, play in the last group or close to the last group. So I suggest you do get out, have a look if you've got the time, because it's worth a look, and you will just appreciate, I suppose, the level of golfer we do have down here at the West. All right, some news. So some news we've got. Friday night comp start in November. So the 1st of November, we have the Friday night comp start. Now, I did try and reach out to Mick with some clarification around when you can tee off, when the earliest, latest, whatever for the comp. So we'll get some more info for that. So just a bit of a heads up, it is coming. 1st of November, Friday night comps in daylight savings, and it should be perfect weather. Course will be great. I'm sure that after your round, you can sit out the back in nice weather, have a couple of drinks, and enjoy each other's company. So that's coming up. We've also got
a little sneaky on those Fridays. There's been discussions about the hole-in-one competition, which might also be coming. It's not even on your notes, but I've got the inside goss speaking with
Ooh.
the treasurer the other day,
There you
and
go.
we're again, clarification from the captain, but we're talking about trying to pair it up with Friday night comp because I think they're happening fortnightly, and get down, have a shot in from 100 out for $100.
Ooh,
Hole out from 100 for $100. I
nice.
mean, $1 a shot.
Yep.
You could either go 1 to 100, you put $10 in, you still come out 90 in front.
Yep.
And it's we're going to have the atmosphere on the pergola. There'll be a lot of people watching some shots in.
So what hole are we going to do on 9?
We are planning for 9,
Yeah,
and that's why we
nice.
need to seek just that little bit of clarification
Yep.
with the comps and how it's going to run, because we obviously want to take the 9th hole, but we will have more info on that in the coming podcast.
Will, that sounds really cool. So tell me, I'm hearing too, we've got a sponsors and volunteers day coming up. What's that all about?
We do. Sunday week, Sunday 20th of October. So obviously this club is run on volunteers and sponsors, and this is a bit of an appreciation day where you come down to the club midday, speak to Nons, let her know you're coming first. Don't just rock up because we've got to cater.
Yep.
But yeah, sing out to her. There's the sponsorship email, which we can link. Otherwise, you can just about see her down at the club every single day.
Yeah, pretty
Her and
much.
the VP are always down here. Special shout out to the VP. First time shouted. No, we've spoken about Wellesley. He won.
Yes, we have mentioned
Nah, we
Wellesley.
shouldn't speak about him anymore then. So come down, get a barbecue lunch, play 9 holes in a cart at the West. And it's just a big thank you for all your hard work for the past 12 months. But again, if you need a cart, please let us know as soon as possible, because carts are obviously going to be limited, and there are a lot of volunteers and sponsors down at the club. So get back to Nons or leave a message in the pro shop that we can pass on, and it will be greatly appreciated. And once again, thank you to all the volunteers and sponsors for their hard work.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, if you don't want to play golf on the day and you're a volunteer and sponsor, still make sure you let Nons know, come down, say hello to everyone. I do know Bailey will be here, my boy.
Have a barbecue, get in a golf cart with one of the other people, and just enjoy the
exactly
course.
Right. Now, as soon as we were down here Friday night for the EGM, Roger and Frankie cornered my boy Bailey and said, "Hey, you got to come into this because you come every Thursday," and blah blah blah. And as soon as the word barbecue was mentioned, he was in. I mean, I'm coming, Dad. I'm coming. I'm like, you can come, buddy. No worries. So either I'll be bringing him if I feel up to it. If not, his mum will be bringing him down. So it is a ripper day. It's a. We had the Volunteers Day last year, actually coincided with the Jared Day, the Challenge Day last year.
Massive day.
Yeah.
I think that's why it might be split, because it was sun up to sundown and beyond.
Yes, exactly right. And Nons does an awesome job and puts a lot of effort into organising that day. So please, like Zach said, let her know if you're coming. Nons Bailey will be there, so put him down. But it is a great day, and she puts a lot of effort into it. And yeah, we could not do it without our sponsors and volunteers. That's absolutely no chance. So thank you to all those people, and come down for that. So we've also got our cart servicing. So Golf City Ballarat will be at the West on Monday, the 14th of October, to service golf carts. So if you've got a golf cart and want it serviced, bookings are essential. Just give us a buzz at the pro shop before this Friday, October 11.
Interjection. We aren't going to take the bookings at the pro shop.
We're not.
If you're like me and called up and spoke with the club, that phone number we have is 5334-2346, and that is for Golf City in Ballarat.
There
the
you
bookings are made directly with them, and if you don't book, they're not going to service your cart.
All right, so ring them and book then.
Get on in.
Yep, because it's handy. You don't have to take your cart anywhere except for the golf club. So
that's it.
Bring it down, get it serviced, go for 9 holes or 18 holes straight after.
Well,
so
I'm probably just going to hang around, wait for it to be serviced. Don't get a figure like mine from walking. So once my cart's done, I might head out. But bit going on in the coaching space.
Yep. What do we got?
On that note, so we've got term 4 started. We do not have any children's spots. We are booked out.
How many does that give us then?
So that gives us 30 kids right now.
Well,
30 kids playing golf. We've left a half-hour break for me to normally get a snack and my coffee in.
Beautiful.
But I had one parent call, and if I get a second, I will open that spot up, and we will have a 6th group of kids. And I'm happy to do it. We will have more kids down here. I love seeing kids playing golf. We also have the ladies come straight after them. The first group's filled up. Second group, there's 3 spots left. And we had our monthly medal winner Mr. Andrew Gibbs, come down and get his coaching. Everyone
Oh.
wants to know, how does he get top of the table? I heard he went and saw Coach Baker and he got sorted out and his putting is absolutely on fire. So good on him. At the moment, that clinic is a one-on-one. Let's make it a two-on-one if anyone wants to join in.
When is it?
So it's every second Sunday at the moment, and it starts at about midday, I believe. And similar to what I said to him about group sessions and men's classes, because a few people don't like them, leave your ego at the door. We're there to have fun
That's it.
and just learn a little bit.
Actually, I reckon, yes, I was playing golf Sunday with her and I saw you in giving that lesson.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yes?
Yeah, so you watch. He's probably going to be out tomorrow, and if his putting is as good as we worked with him on Sunday, I think he might go back to back top of the table. He's fresh to golf. His handicap's only going to come in.
Putting a bit of pressure on the boy.
I don't know that he listens to the podcast, but mark my words, he's getting some good advice from a pretty good coach, very modest coach. Apparently, he's not as handsome as Papa thought, but more on that to come once we hit the YouTube
No,
space.
but I have an issue there, though, because you've just said to me that you're not sure if he listens to the podcast, and you're coaching the dude.
Yeah, maybe
he
might not
got to
be
put both hats on.
So what I'm going to have to do is grab his phone, so long as he might. I don't know if he's got a colour phone. We don't know where he's up to. I'll have a chat with him.
Yep.
I'll see him tomorrow, and I will speak with all the Wednesday golfers.
Good work.
Educate them on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube, and
Yes.
say, you guys need to get on.
And
listen to this. And then they'll be listening to this episode back going, Coach told me about this, and I'm on it. They're talking about me right now.
That's it. Exactly right. So like we said earlier, we have got all three available, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple. The links will go up tonight. We'll chuck them up on the Facebook page. Again, if you know people that don't have Facebook, share it in an email. Get it out there. We're happy for you to comment. Follow the podcast. We can see analytics, so we can see not who's listening, but how many people are listening, when they listen. And we just want to try and promote the club. That's all it's about. We're not trying to monetize it, make any money off it. The club, we just want to promote a great place, a great environment, so people can get down and enjoy what we already do.
Now, for those that have listened to this point of the podcast, they might have remembered we asked a superstar the question who she wanted to play with. She's just nudged me right at closing the show. And she's
got the answer.
She's got her favourite player to play with. So, Keira, who is your favourite player to get down and play golf with?
When I first met Stephanie Bunce, she inspired me, and I kind of want, like, when I play with her, I love playing with her.
There you go. How good is that? When our juniors get to play with pros, I'm not disheartened much that coach didn't get a mention for favourite player, but to Steph, I'll take that. It must be a pretty close second.
Yeah, but I mean, and I think she's got some links with Mizuno Golf as well.
Oh, friend of the channel, Gurkha.
Yes.
Let's plug Mizuno again. Mizuno, we've heard of all the good stuff you do, and Gurkha, I love seeing you down the club. Next time, I'd actually like to play a round of golf with you. Instead of just hitting and leave, you're playing quad behind. But we'll get there.
Now, I do, just on the back of that, I hear Gurkha got something little done with a bit of an autograph somewhere at some point. Was that true?
The Cowans gave me a hat from Stephanie Bunky, which was hers.
Yep.
And then Gurkha said she knew Stephanie Bunky, so I asked her if she could get Stephanie Bunky to sign it.
And you've got a signed hat now.
Yeah.
That was hers with her signature on. How good.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Once again, big thank you to Gurkha. Big thank you to Mizuno.
Yes.
Love all the work you guys are doing.
All right. So, look, like I did touch on earlier before we close out, there may be a delay on the next podcast recording. We will see. Hopefully not. But if I'm brutally honest, it depends how I'm feeling after my procedure. So if I'm good to at least talk, we'll be getting the podcast done somehow, some way. If not, we might be a week behind, but we'll do our very best. I would suggest we won't have a guest on next show, but the show after I've got someone lined up at this point, so watch this space.
Papa's cooking something up again.
Now, before we do close out, I'm having a bit of a think about doing a live recording near Christmas. So if you see me, Zach, around or something like that, have a chat to us because we're going to probably have multiple guests on that if we do it, if time permits. I'm thinking about a Friday afternoon, evening down the clubhouse.
Under the pergola.
Under the pergola. We might get Paulie in the bar, open up the bar, have, some guests roll through for 5-10 minute segments and just record the whole lot live. So we'll think about that. We'll have a bit of a chat, Zach and myself, and see where we go with that. But a couple of ideas to go. But like I said, get on to the comments on all 3 platforms. We'd love to hear them, or just pull us aside when you see us at the golf club. All right, so that pretty much concludes. We've been going just a bit over an hour. So Keira, thank you for joining us today. Very much appreciated, sweetheart. You did a good job.
Thank
You're welcome.
All right. Happy golfing, everyone at the West. We look forward to seeing you down here.
Thanks, guys. Till next time, goodbye.